Hello, hello everyone. Good evening. You're welcome to Lizzle 4 YouTube channel. If you're new in my YouTube channel, please help me to press the subscription button and then send it to your friends. And also press the notification button so you can get notified anytime I'm sending a new video. Okay. I'm here to teach you more on fashion so you can be a fashion designer of your own home. We have so many fashion designers out there. We have so many YouTube channels teaching about fashion, but here I'm basically meant or here for beginners. You don't need to spend your money to go learn with some of how many thousands to just learn how to do one or two things which you can do on your own. That is if you know you don't want to do it publicly to make money. You want just to do it for you and your family. You're in the right channel. I am here for you. Lizzle 4 is here to teach beginners that want to use fashion with ourselves, looking good on your own and with your family, not external. If you're doing external, it's a choice, but I'm here basically for beginners that wants to use it for them and the family. Like the one I'm putting on. My family don't buy clothes outside. I make clothes myself for my children, my husband, and myself. And maybe for my family members, but I don't collect money. You know what I mean. Now, I'll teach you how to take your measuring tape. If you look at the measuring tape here, this is a tape rule. For beginners, as I said, I have a calculator for you. I have a A4 paper for you to teach you. I have a pen and I have my measuring book. With my measuring book, after the end of today or in my next video, I'll teach you how to secure your books with your Ankara so they'll know you're a fashion designer. Okay, I also have my scissors for cutting. Okay, if it's on the fabric I'm using direct, I would have used a chalk, tailor's chalk, but since I'm using a paper so I can see and you can see, I'm using a pen. Let's be fast. This is how to read. We have inches. You don't use centimeter. Do we have centimeter and inches right on this tape? At the back is inches and centimeter, at the front is inches, but we are using inches. And the inches here we have number 1. After you get number 1 boldly written, you count again 1, 2, 3. You see another line that is longer than the other 3 you just counted is 0.5. That one is 5. 1, 2. After number 1, you have 1, 2. That's 2 that is a bit longer than the 2 by each side before you get the longer one that is 0.5. Okay, let me show you what I'm saying so you don't get confused. We have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then here we have 1, here we have 2. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have 2 here. Now this is 0.5. This is 0.2. I don't know if you can see it so you understand what I'm saying. Here we have 1. Then we have 0.2. We have 0.5. Then we have 2. Okay, let me show you on the tape roll. See it on the tape roll. You have 1 here. Then we have, after having 1, you read it again. You have a longer line, a bit longer than this other one. Longer, you have the other one that is a bit longer than the next one after the 1 inch is 0.2. Then you see a shorter one and another long one. That long one is 0.5. Please don't forget before you get to number 2. That is how to read your tape roll. I'm not going to use my own measurement. I'm going to use a little baby's measurement based on the fabric or the teaching aid we have here. But first of all, I will teach you how to measure first. How to measure yourself before you know how to measure your children, your husband, and the rest of people. If you're a right-handed person, please and please, you put your 1 centimeter, 1, 2, 3 centimeter on your right hand side. But if you're a left-handed person, you put it on your left hand side. Don't forget. But I am a right-handed person, so I have it on my right hand side. Okay, Then after which I'll teach you how to measure. I'll measure myself so you can see how to measure on yourself. But the measurement I'll be using for this teaching today for beginners is a little child's measurement, my daughter's measurement. So if I want to measure for my bust, I'll go around like this. Are you seeing it? I'll go around like this. I will not put all my fingers because it's going to chop its own part. So I'll put just these two fingernails. And make sure, please note, if you're measuring anybody or you're measuring yourself, I beg you in the name of God and in the name of fashion, make sure that person is putting on a bra, a firm bra. And you, if you're measuring yourself, make sure you're putting on a bra. Not be anyhow bra. Don't measure somebody without a bra. Say, no worry, ma carry my breast up, make you measure them. It will be a flop when the cloth comes out. Please. So you make sure you have it not too tight, not too free, and just these two fingers to hold it. Not too tight, not too free. That's how to measure for yourself or a customer. Okay, my own bust is 41. Okay, then I call it bust, not breast. Burst. Then under it I call round under burst. R-U-B, round under burst. It's just the same equivalent to the breast, not too tight. Excuse me, not too tight, not too free. Okay, then after which I have my shoulder, back, shoulder, whatever you call it, shoulder, back, BKSH, whatever. From this shoulder, from this hand here down to this hand here, shoulder. And what do I have here? From this down here down to this down here is my shoulder. What do I have here? I have 16. That's my shoulder. Then the next thing to measure, tell you the vital things you have to measure, even if you're sewing a gown or a blouse. These are they don't change it. Then this one is from your shoulder here down to your underbust. We call it what? Underbust. UB, underbust. If you want to sew a princess that, you measure up to your nipple point. We call it NP. When we get to that stage, we'll cross it. For now, I just want to teach you a normal measurement. So in our next video, I'll teach you others. So from here, from your shoulder here down to under your breast, where the person is wearing the good bra, it's called UB, on the breast. Then we have from the shoulder here again down to your navel or the person's navel, you call it what? Half length. Then on that navel, you measure it, not too free, not too tight, just make sure it moves. You can move it and it's moving. You call it what? Your waist, the person's waist. Okay, without wasting much of our time, anything that goes around your round bust is divided by 4. The shoulder is divided by 2. The straight one you don't divide, please. Now when I want to measure you and I find out that this, let's assume this is the fabric, and I want to measure, what I'll do is I'll get the measurement of the person's shoulder. That's the first thing to do, shoulder. And mind you, I said divided by 2. Every other one is divided by 4. So now the person's shoulder, my daughter's shoulder, is 11. So 11 divided by 2 will give you, according to your calculator for beginners, we all know the answer, but let's just do it. 5.5. Let's do 11 divided by 2. 5.5. Okay, 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So now I place my tape down on 5.5. Place my tape on 5.5. Okay, let's go. Make sure this is a fabric. Okay, the 1 yard can go for this. Fold it into 2. Don't leave it straight. Fold it into 2, and make sure this side that is folded is facing you, while this side that is open is facing the other side. So then you get your shoulder 5.5. Remember I said the one that is long, after that number you're looking for, which is 5, you are looking for the other one that is a bit long like the other one, is the 0.5. Okay, so we have 5.5. I want you to see what I'm doing here. Can you see it? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is half, 5.5. So now that you've seen it, 5.5, we'll now have to, you're seeing what I'm doing. I'm not doing magic. This is 5.5. You mark it. Okay, after marking it, you come down to that. From that 5.5, you'll come down to measure your shoulder. The baby shoulder, the normal measurement is 4 because you're still going to bend it. So I've measured it 5.5, and then the next thing is from that same line of 5.5, you cross out of 1 inch. 1 inch is, and then you make it slant. You can see that our shoulder isn't accurate. See, it's slant. Our shoulder is curving. So you make it curve as well, which is 5.5. From there you measure 4. You make a straight line to it, and then you, from that 4, half of 4 is what? 2. You use 2.5. Then you measure from the 2.5. You can see what I'm doing. 2.5, and then from that 2.5 you take it like this, and then you curve it to go that way. As I said, for the shoulder, since it's a little girl, it won't be too big or too small for the baby. Now the bust you have measured is round, and the baby's bust, my baby bust is 24. 24 divided by 4. Remember I said round is 4, so it now be 24 divided by 4. It will give us 6. 24 divided by 4 will give us 6. Then you place on it. You get your 6 exact on your mark. You get your 6. Then you give allowance for sewing. Your sewing allowance might be 1, might be 2, depending on the one you want to use. But what I use for my daughter is 1.5. So you add 1.5, making it 7.5. You mark it. Then you come back from your shoulder down to the underbust of that child. The underbust of the person, I remember I said straight like this, you don't divide. You just put exactly what you see there. It's one that goes 1 divided by 4, then shoulder divided by 2. Then from the shoulder down to the underbust, my baby's underbust is 7. You mark your 7. Please don't give any space. Don't add any half inches to it. Then my baby's round under bust, she's a little girl, is 23, but I still make it 24 for her, so it won't be too tight or too free. It's 23, but I make it 24, so it's still the same 6. That's a little child, I don't really have shape at that age. You mark the same thing you marked in the bust, which is 6, and then 1.5, which is 7.5. Then down from that same shoulder, you measure down to a half length. Up to a half length is what? 10. You measure it there. Then you go the same way. Her waist is what? Her waist is the same thing. So everything is just the same. 7.5, 7.5. And then you join it. You join it. Even if you're not seeing it, you can understand from my illustration. You join it. And this is what I'm getting after joining it. Okay, now to get the neck, little children's neck, you don't make it too big, you don't make it too small, you make it moderate for them, like the one you can see on my wall there. That's my little daughter when she was 2 years. That is the clothes I made for her. Children's clothes, you always use by the width here, weight like this, you use 2.5, and then down from the shoulder here you use 2. So I measure 2.5, then I measure 2, then I make it a curve. To see what I am doing, you can see it. I'll be happy if you can. This is the shoulder, the neck. This is where the shoulder stops. This is the 1 inch, then the slant, the armhole, then the body slant. Okay, thank you. In my next video, I will use a fabric, and when I use the fabric, I'll use the fabric to do the cutting, so that you will understand much more than this one. This is just the basics I want you to get, so you have idea when we are doing all over on the fabric. And then I will cut. When I cut it, I will show you. But before I cut, let me do the dart. The dart measurement of a little child is 4. You make a space in between. You make a space in between. You make 4. The length of 4. On the fabric, you will understand more. The length is 4, and then the down is 3. Okay, let me quickly cut it. I'll cut it this way. Cut it this way. Cut it this way. I'll cut it this way. Then I'll notch it this way, so you can understand where I'm driving at. My little daughter is everywhere. Okay, here we go. This is a blouse for a little girl. The same step I took for this little girl is the same steps you will take for your own